I was contemplating making this video because I don't want to come off as trying to show off or brag that I made $1 million before I turned 30. And I was thinking about it, hey, perhaps I could share with you my journey, this financial journey, so that it could help you, that it could possibly apply to you as you are in this journey too, to $1 million. I started with zero capital. I started with zero wealth. But I was conscious about making $1 million in this lifetime. And I had a target of making it before 30. So that goal came in mind in my early 20s. And of course, it doesn't matter what age you are. Maybe you're in the teenage years, you are in the 20s, in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whichever age you're in. I hope the 7 lessons that I will share with you could help you in your financial journey too. Lesson 1, aim for high income. I was looking around and I was thinking to myself, before I got a job or started my career, I was thinking about how can I get to $1 million quickly? And there were 2 ways out of it. The first way was to create a business, getting and finding and discovering specific niche that I could tackle. But I didn't have the experience in that. Neither do I have the capital to get started. So I was thinking, hey, perhaps the career path could be pretty good. Whichever options you choose, you need high income. And I was looking at all the careers opportunities out there and I was thinking, what is a high income job? So it could be fields in tech, it could be fields in finance, specialized fields. And at the same time, if you're joining an organization, think about which department is a profit center. Because a profit center means that you bring money to the organization. And if you can do that, guess what? They'll pay you more. A lot more. But if you join a cost center, on the other hand, it's going to be a lot tougher, a lot more constraints. So you want to think about if you're joining a specific sector. So you're joining healthcare. Who are profit centers? The doctors. The doctors are the one who make the most money because they bring in the most money for the organization, for the hospital. So think about where the profit centers are and aim for that. Lesson 2, deep learning. Now that you've discovered what are the high income streams you're aiming for, then what you want to do is to get really good. Not just good. You want to get great at what you do. So if you're a doctor, you would like to specialize. Perhaps you're focusing on aesthetics. You're focusing on different type of specialization. If you're in tech, perhaps you want to be a really great software engineer. You want to build some websites that's highly scalable. Or perhaps in cybersecurity, you want to be a well-known penetration tester or hacker. And you need time to get mastery. You need to learn a lot. And this is not like 30 years ago or 40 years ago, where if you go to the library, maybe you only got 10 books about a specific field or domain, or 20 books at most. And if you read a book a day, you can easily complete all of those books in the library in that field within a month or 2. But we're in the 21st century, and there is the internet. There are lots of platforms out there that has all of this content, and you want to get really deep into it. Heard of this book? Be So Good They Cannot Ignore You. Lesson 3, hard work pays off. Now you got to work really hard. You have identified the high income streams. You're getting deeper and trying to develop mastery in your field. You want to work hard. If your coworkers are working 9 to 5, here's what you need to do. You need to work 9 to 9. If your coworkers are resting on the weekends, what do you have to do? Work through the weekends. And that's what you need to do. And not just working, you're learning, you're developing skills, you are developing strategies, you're thinking about doing things beyond your scope so that you get the opportunity to get promoted. You get the opportunity to get even better, recognized for your skills. And what does it mean? It all goes back to lesson 1, increasing your income. So maybe you start off making $50,000 a year, and now because you're doing so much more, you're getting specialization, you're getting better and better at a job, you're getting certified, you get a higher income, you can demand for higher income. So you move from 50K to 100K to 200K to 300K a year. All of that is possible because of your deep skills that you developed. Lesson 4, work smart and hard. Now this is where it gets really important. This is the part where it really matters. This is where you want to work on things that I call scalable efforts. You do things that has high output. Say for example, YouTube is a great example. You create a video and the video can reach out to millions of people. So you focus on building it once and you scale it out across the world. So you want to focus on things that scale. Perhaps it's email. You send an email to 1,000 people. Instead of one-to-one, you can create content, you can create materials, you can create products that can scale out to the rest of the world. You can increase your income from that. And that's what I call, again, scalable efforts, working smart. Lesson 5, be frugal. So now you make $100,000 a year. You make $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year even. This is where lifestyle inflation comes in. Your pride, your ego is telling you something interesting. They're saying, hey, you have worked hard. Let's go for a holiday. Let's get business class seats. Let's go to 5-star hotel. Pause for a second. Hold that off. You need to accumulate wealth first. And this is where lesson 7 that I'm going to share with you later on is going to be important. Lesson 6, avoid financial traps. I made a mistake, a pretty big one. So I was in my 20s, a big paycheck came in. I still remember it. It's $50,000 in a single month. I was so happy and excited. And guess what I did? I bought a fancy car. I bought a convertible. I want to show people that I made it. But it was a trap. The car was a money pit. I was spending an extra $1,000 every month bringing the car for maintenance, bringing the car to the workshop, and all this time is taken out of me because trying to maintain something, trying to look good, trying to impress others. When I could have accumulated my wealth, perhaps I could have made a down payment for an apartment, for a house, and that investment in asset could have gone up so much more. And then I could have bought that wonderful car that I've been aiming for now when I've built and accumulated the good wealth. Lesson 7, build passive income. If you cannot make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And that's the reality of life. You want to funnel all this hard-earned money into places that can help you generate even more wealth. Think about getting a house, an apartment, putting the money into fixed deposits, time deposits, placing them into investments like indexes so that they can grow over time for you. You start small, but I promise you they will keep compounding. And when they do, this is where you truly get to enjoy the luxuries of life. Think about, this is the place where you can start going for a 5-star hotel, going for business class flights, going for the holiday that you've always been wanting to. Not from your hard-earned money, but from all this extra money that comes from passive income. So once again, I hope you learned something valuable, that you can apply this into your financial journey. And let me know how it goes. And take care.